Okay, so as I was going to continue, I did something funny. Guess what I did? I unlocked all the research on accident. So now I was at alchemical metallurgy. I had just finished it. So now then alchemical metallurgy gives you metal purification. Basically, native clusters are rare concentrations of metals in its purest form. These clusters, when smelted, produce twice the normal amount of ingots. If I can find a way of producing native clusters alchemically, it will greatly reduce my need to constantly go mining. So all you need is iron ore with 5 metallum and 5 ordo. Basically, same thing, gold ore with 5 metallum, 5 ordo, cinnabar ore, 5 metallum, 5 ordo. This gives you iron clusters. Basically saying 5 metallum and 5 ordo can duplicate the amount of ore you can get from the ore you get while mining. This is going to be very useful. And also note that it did not do diamond ore and stuff like that because diamond, as you know, as you probably know, when you mine diamond, it doesn't give you diamond ore. It just gives you diamonds. So that's metal purification. Then you have the Essentia Smeltery. Basically saying you can take this smeltery, made just like this, and you can put a fuel source in the bottom, put anything in the top, and it smelts it down into its aspects. All you need is these arcane alembics on the top, and then the aspects go into the arcane alembics. There's a whole entire piping system to put them into warded jars, all of that. You need to use piping or a special item that I will get to. Then you have the Thaumium Essentia Smelter, basically made with thaumium, and just takes more materials. And also, as you can see, this thaumium smeltery works much like the basic smeltery, but has roughly 90% efficiency instead of 80%. Then you have the void metal, 95 efficiency. So these different smelteries will basically get more efficient progressively. Also, you want to figure out what Essentia tubes are. These tubes will transport Essentia made from the Essentia smeltery. You can use the Essentia resonator to check the pull and things in the tubes. The tubes can go into warded jars. Warded jars can store Essentia. And also you can put a label on it to make sure only the kind of aspect that the label is in there. Then you have the lid braces, which basically seal it. I'm skimming through these because I accidentally gave myself all the research. Then you have the alchemical automation, which is basically you take to get a mystical construct, you basically take 2 alchemical constructs, place them on top of the crucible, and then I don't remember if you right-click it with Salus Mundus or Caster's Gauntlet. I'll get onto the Caster's Gauntlet. But all I know is that this automates your smeltery, basically using pipes and jars to automate your smeltery so you don't have to do it manually. Then you have Advanced Essentia Transport. Instead of using tubes, you can do the filling Essentia transfuser, put them onto the storage units that hold Essentia. And what they do is they'll literally shoot out the Essentia from the places from the storage units and then put them into where the Essentia is needed, into jars automatically. The filling one basically all it does is it will suck in essentia for things that need it. Elementum. Simple, coal or charcoal, 10 ignis, 5 perditio, and 10 potentio. This is basically a different way of doing. I forgot what it's called again. Nitor. There we go. It's a slightly better Nitor. Then you have the Essentia Centrifuge. It allows you to break Essentia into its component parts. But to do that, it uses pipes, and instead of giving you both of the aspects used to make an aspect, which I have already showed you with the types of Essentia, instead it only gives you one of those aspects. Not that useful, but still, it's good. Then we have improved Essentia distillation. This will allow you to attach it onto a Essentia smeltery and basically have it so that you can pump it into 2 different storage places rather than just one. And by storage things, I mean arcane alembics. I'm just going to call them storage units. Improved Essentia distillation gives you the auxiliary venting port. Basically, sometimes, well, almost all the time, the smeltery will add flux, which I'll get into very soon. This will allow it to pump out the flux, which I just learned by reading that very quickly. And then this way you get hedge alchemy, which shows you magic tallow, which can be used with 1 round flesh, 1 ignis, and then boom, you have magic tallow. Also, it shows you that you can make items by using other aspects to transform items. Basically, 3 air and 3 bestia with 1 piece of rotten flesh changes into leather. 1 almost useless item transformed into 1 useful one. Gunpowder. Basically, you need these different aspects, which all of these aspects are in gunpowder. So all you need is these aspects. Put a piece of gunpowder into a crucible with these aspects, and you get 2 gunpowder. Basically, I find it really funny because when I was doing this, all I did was I took 2 gunpowder, threw both of them into the crucible, and boom, I got 2 gunpowder back. So if you accidentally put gunpowder into a crucible and want to get it out, just shove another piece of gunpowder into it. Same thing with slime, the things that make up slime. Put a slime ball in with these, makes 2. Same thing with ink sac, and also glowstone. Then clay can be used with dirt and 5 pieces of aqua essentia. Then you have string, which is wheat, surprisingly, with 5 bestia and 1 fabrico. Makes string. Cobwebs. 1 string, 5 vinculum, which is trap, equals cobweb. Fire bucket. 15 ignis, 5 terra, 1 bucket, lava bucket. If you don't know where a lava source is, boom, you have one right in your house. Then you get the potion sprayer, which it can spray potions kind of like a splash potion. You have purifying bath salts. Simply tossing these salts into water will turn the water into a silvery, purifying liquid that soothes away the stresses of the day and brings temporary relief to the effects of warp. So this gets rid of warp, which I have showed briefly. But warp is basically your character going insane. Don't know if I've already said that. I will pick up very soon because the recorder says, oh yeah, you only have 29 more seconds before it reaches 10 minutes. And so I am going to be looking for new recording software. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments.